Hi friends, this is James and Kara, and we are Kerouacs Cruising.
We are taking you on a journey, traveling the country with our dogs and finding remote places where the dog
And us
can roam free and play while we discuss life's growths, beauty, and some struggles along the way.
We recommend pairing our episodes with our blog at kerouacscruising.com, where we organize accurate information in an easy-to-follow format, removing all of the conversational goodies.
The link for this episode's blog post is in the show notes.
We encourage you to join the conversation by commenting where you listen, engaging with us on Facebook or Instagram at Kerouacs Cruising, or email us at join@kerouacscruising.com.
In the meantime, thanks for tuning in. Sit back and enjoy the journey.
Good morning, friends.
Thank you guys for joining Kerouacs Cruising. This is James and Kara, and we are in an adventure in Red Lodge, Montana. We found a free campsite that you can stay for 16 days. It's right on the creek. It's called Willow Creek.
And it's Palisades Campground?
Palisades Campground, run by the National Park.
National Forest.
National Forest, yes, sorry. And a great little spot, really.
We're going to tell you all about our adventures up and until this point.
Yeah,
you guys are cute. Look at you guys. All right, friends. So
movie stars.
They're movie stars. The last time we talked to you, we were still at Lightning Creek in northern Idaho. So we figured we're a little due for a update. It's been about a week, hasn't it? Close to it. I think we mentioned that we were moving closer to the families so that we could spend the weekend spending as much time as possible. We went rock climbing on Friday for my birthday weekend. James didn't do a whole lot of rock climbing because he had a rib injury. I didn't do a whole lot of rock climbing because I'm still recovering from our car accident. But it was still fun. It was a hike and climb. And then afterwards, we went
kids,
swimming.
Ryan and Deidre and Deidre's
Alexis,
sister,
yeah.
Alexis really did some crazy good climbing.
Mm-hmm.
So it was exciting to watch them guys, and I got to play with the baby, so it was still a pretty good time.
No matter what, it was
even
fun.
though I didn't really climb too much.
Yep.
So it was a great time.
So then we went swimming at the beach there. It was in Post Falls. So that was a lot of fun. So to climb, hike, and then swim in the afternoon. And then we went for margaritas, which was just like, I mean, how was
Happy
that not
birthday.
amazing? Yeah. And it was my birthday weekend, but this was just the things that the family wanted to do for the weekend. So it just, while we're here visiting and, after Ryan worked all week, it's his long weekend. So it was just like beautiful. It was a lot of fun.
We had fun every day.
Yeah.
On Saturday, we played games, canned jam and stuff, cooked food at the house.
Yep.
It was a good day. And then on Sunday, we hung out with the baby again.
For the morning.
And just pretty much laid on the floor with the baby, basically.
Yeah,
We
until
didn't
we
really do much.
headed
But
out.
she had breakfast ready.
Yeah, as soon as we walked in the door, Deidre was putting banana chocolate chip pancakes out on the table.
Bacon and eggs.
It
was great.
They take good care of us. We have so much fun when we visit with them.
So that was
great.
cool. So then we left there Sunday night. And so I had my truck serviced in Sandpoint because we were having a little bit of an
After
issue.
we had that overheating issue trying to go up that first mountain, our first day trying to camp. So he wanted to prevent any further issues while we were traveling. So we got a transmission flush, right? And then an overall, look at it. Tell us if you find anything.
So we have the transmission service because it was overheating. And then it seemed to be running fine around town. We didn't really notice, but we weren't pulling the trailer. Well, we pick up the trailer, and we got to go over something called Lookout Pass. And
in Montana, on our way up.
Overheating again. It's on the 90, and it's right at the border of Idaho, Montana. But anyways, the thing overheated on our journey out to Red Lodge. So I ended up first day was slow, and then the second day was slow. We didn't really, I'm trying to baby the truck, so we bring the truck in. First day we get here, I call the dealership. They say they can take the truck
in Billings,
Montana. And so they have the truck 2 days. They keep it overnight. They say they fix it, and it's still
overheating, unfortunately.
So that'll be a fun adventure on the way home. I'm going to mess with it myself and try to fix it. But overall, We get to Red Lodge, Montana, and our friends open Cheesesteak Phil's.
Cheesesteak Phil's in Red Lodge, Montana.
Cheesesteak Phil's. So
I think we've talked about them a little bit in the past, in some of our past episodes, that they were opening their restaurant. So they're from Philadelphia. The gentleman Charles, I've known him my whole life as BB. I pretty much grew up with my family. We lost touch for a few years, and he got back in touch with us a couple years ago, came up and saw our off-grid property while they were traveling the country. They did it for 10 months in a back of the truck, bed of the truck camper. So that's a lot. That's a tough ride. But they had fun. They loved it. And they decided to settle in Red Lodge, Montana. And they bought a little shack, a little shed, essentially, that they converted into their restaurant, and they're killing it. They're doing a really great job. These are authentic cheesesteaks, just like what you would get in Philadelphia.
You can even get Cheese Whiz, which I'm not used to from Massachusetts.
Yeah, and the Amorosa rolls, which is the signature of a Philadelphia sandwich. So it's they're doing it right, and they're delicious. When my first bite, I was like, "This tastes like home." It was
really good. The steak and cheese is really good. We had as soon as we came into town.
Yeah, first stop.
And then we have an amazing campsite right now.
Yeah.
We got so lucky to get here.
We arrived on Monday to Red Lodge, right?
Yeah. Whatever the date.
So this spot wasn't our first spot. So we drove around in the area. So we parked the trailer, so we didn't run into the issues we've run into at the beginning of this trip. So we could drive around some of these back roads. There's a lot of national forests around here, but it's kind of the same situation we were coming into Idaho. There's a lot of areas where you're legally allowed to camp. And so you look at the maps and they're like, there's camping on this road within 300 feet of the road, blah, blah, blah. And then you get out there and it's like half the road's up a mountain and the other half the road's down a cliff. So you can't physically camp, but you're legally allowed to. So that was a issue we were coming into when we first got into town. So we couldn't find a dispersed camping spot. So we ended up camping in between Red Lodge and the town of Roberts, which, what was it, Birchwater? Fishing, access, and campground. And it was nice. The campground itself was nice, but it was right on the 212, which is the main highway to get from Billings to Yellowstone National Park. So it was really noisy.
And it wasn't so bad at night, but by 8 o'clock in the morning,
you got all the traffic.
10, just
people commuting to Billings, or Billings,
whatever way they're coming back and forth.
Yeah,
that road gets
traffic.
Super busy, and it wasn't safe.
We're pretty nervous about the dogs, running towards the road. So we had some anxiety about that. There was an irrigation ditch that ran along the campsite, which was beautiful and wonderful. The dogs got to play in the water, but just beyond that, it was like a marsh. It was super swampy. So the mosquitoes in the spot were like ravenous, man. I was wearing jeans. They were biting me through my jeans. It was terrible. And then somebody came and camped like almost right next to us. And we really like to be in the woods. We really like, for us, the best, and I'll alter this in a minute as we get deeper into telling our story here. But one of my favorite things about camping is not seeing humans. I don't want to be at campgrounds because I prefer to have our privacy. So the second day we were like, and we had to pay. So we had to pay for all of this. That wasn't ideal. We've had free campsites that were definitely more enjoyable. So our friend took us out. Phoebe took James out to go scope out spots, and he remembered this campground, and so we moved. So we camped there for 2 days.
Is open to the public. They have like 6 sites, all on Willow Creek, and all free for a max of 16 days. And they're pretty spread out sites. A couple of them are on top of each other, but like our camper is the biggest camper you could get in.
Yeah. So 26 foot,
You can't get bigger than that. We squeezed in here, barely.
When you guys found the spot, right, there was nobody else here. So James just put a cooler down and a couple of chairs until we could get our trailer over here, just to make sure when we pulled in, there was already one person camping set up. And then by the time we had gotten the trailer pulled in and we were all situated, the campground was full. That was by 5 o'clock, you'd say, probably 6 o'clock. So we've mentioned this in some past episodes with the dispersed campgrounds, the stuff that are maintained by the National Forest, but you don't have to pay for it. Those things almost always fill up in these summer months. So you want to make sure you get to them
Tuesday,
early.
Wednesday.
Yeah, and get in early in the day.
Early in the morning.
Guarantee your spot if you're planning on camping at one of those spots. Now, the nice thing is, in general, most of these campgrounds are located in areas that have other dispersed camping. So if all of the sites are full, you can usually find a dispersed spot nearby. This area is like that in general. There is a lot of dispersed camping in the area, but they just came out of Biker Weekend. They've got the fair going on in Red Lodge right now, and then they've got a car show going on this weekend. So there's a lot of traffic moving around. Like I said, we drove around for a while and could not find an available dispersed camping spot that wasn't right on the road, so that, we don't have to worry about the dogs. So that you definitely need to be flexible and kind of have a backup plan. That's why we went to the paid camping site, because there wasn't anything free available. So, I think it was $18 a night at Birchwater. So that's been pretty good. That place did clear out earlier today. We were going to walk you guys around the campground and show you around a little bit. But within an hour, we were getting our life together. Within an hour, it filled up pretty good.
A lot of people there now. A lot of people just bike and just chilling.
Yeah. Hey, I'm sure some of the people are day use, but, we don't want to lock the dogs up to take you guys out. So maybe tomorrow, if everybody clears out again, we'll show you guys around.
But good campsite, having fun. I started reading this book, The Untethered Soul. Really good book. And don't forget, we have our book club on Sundays.
We had a book club on Sunday. So this morning we took the dogs out for a hike up, is it Willow Creek Trail?
Yeah.
So we didn't take them very long. We walked 30 minutes up and then 30 minutes back. And on our way back, some of the gentlemen that were at the campground next door, or campsite next door, we said hi to them last night, briefly, some small talk, whatever, while we were setting up. But they had gotten some of their gear wet from the rains last night. So they had everything setting in the sun, and they were hanging out until it dried enough to pack it up. And so we got caught up talking to them. And super cool guys. The gentleman, Ian, he and his son Wyatt, he'll be coming up in the future, because we're definitely going to do an interview with this guy. We really enjoy talking to him.
Really cool person.
So he and his son are traveling from Miami, Florida. I think his son is from Ashland, but they're traveling across country, going all the way to Alaska. They've done these trips repetitively throughout the years, and doing these big road trips. And the gentleman, Ian, he has an acre in the Miami area, which is, pretty spectacular in itself.
What do you say, 47?
No, he's been in the Miami area
67.
since 47.
See, you might have said
67.
I don't know.
Irrelevant. But he hosts VW Vanners on his property, and he's part of a VW kind of club, and they all, keep in touch to help each other through their journeys and connect with one another. So he's met a lot of really cool people over the years. He's telling us tons of stories about a ton of the stuff that some of the people have going on. Really interesting guy. Definitely, all about, he did a tour, 2023? He names his tours each and every year that he goes around the country. And his 2023 tour was the Dharma Bums tour. He was a huge Jack Kerouac fan. He spent a lot of time in Lowell, Massachusetts, to kind of connect with that vibe, that beat vibe. So he kind of geeked out on meeting us, which is always fun.
And we didn't tell him he got our business
At first we didn't. Yeah, we had exchanged information, cool. And so we had given him our card.
I think we were supposed to meet him for some reason.
Yeah, well, so that's the thing. Like I said, I enjoy being away from people, but then we have interactions like that with such cool people that I'm like, man. It started out with Jules went to the campsite next door the other way. And I went to go get her, so I had to walk out into the road to go get her. And so then she wandered towards me. She's gone to the point, she just doesn't listen anymore. She thinks she's 13 and she doesn't have to. So she walks towards these guys. And so then they started chatting me up. And I wouldn't have talked to them otherwise. I usually just keep my head down and mind my own business and try not to make eye contact so I don't initiate conversation, which is terrible because I love talking to people, but we never stop. So I think we were out there talking to them for like 2 hours. And I wish we'd have recorded the whole conversation because the back and forth was so good. It was really great getting to know these guys and learning their journey and their adventures that they've been on and their life perspectives. And it just is so cool. There'll be pictures to follow. We took pictures together. He's going to tag us in Facebook, send us the pictures. So that'll be really
cool,
fun
meeting him.
Yeah, we're going to try to connect with him when we're heading back north this fall. He's going to be heading south back towards Florida, so we're hoping we can cross paths. You know, he's got a niece in Flagstaff, and of course he's coming from Alaska, so we're going to have to cross paths somewhere.
Some point.
So that'll be really cool to do that. We would have done it today, but they were trying to leave.
Yeah, they got out late, but they were still drying, so it was cool.
It was good.
It was good. And this campsite's been good. Red Lodge has been good. We're going to do laundry and have some cheesesteaks.
Yeah, go get some cheesesteaks. And so we were planning on leaving today, right? Originally.
Yeah.
But with the car show coming on, they had volunteered to feed the car club. So they needed extra hands for that. So they asked us to stay and help them with that. So we'll do that for a few hours tomorrow, which will be fun. We haven't been in food service in a few years, so it'll be fun to sling some food a little bit. And then we ship out tomorrow or Saturday morning, and we're just going to go south about an hour to Wyoming. We're going to visit an old friend that we used to work with at the Grand Canyon National Park. Hang out with her for a day or two for the weekend, probably. And
we'll probably leave there Monday.
Yeah, start making our trek home. So we'll leave there Monday. James's doctor's appointment's on Monday, so I think we're trying to get home in 5 days.
Yeah, we'll be home Wyoming. Friday or Saturday.
So it'll be pretty quick, fast, and in a hurry. We won't be spending multiple days anywhere, I don't think. I think we're going to have to be
quick, but hopefully if we find some cool spots, we're going to show you where we go.
Yeah, absolutely, you guys.
And hopefully our truck makes it. And
yeah.
I can't bring it to another place to look at it. The dealer should have found the problem.
Yeah.
I thought I brought it to professionals for a reason. And for it to be still broke is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's a little frustrating. So, yeah, we do got to diagnose and mess with that. But we'll let you know how that goes, you guys.
We're going to do it.
Posted.
Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.
Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Kerouacs Cruising.
We're thrilled to have you with us.
We had a blast recording this episode and hope you enjoyed our adventures as much as we enjoyed sharing them.
For more amazing pictures and stories, visit our website and blog at kerouacscruising.com.
And join the conversation on Facebook at Kerouacs Cruising or email us at join@kerouacscruising.com.
We'd love to hear your thoughts and suggestions.
If you enjoyed this episode, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving us a review.
Your support helps us reach more listeners and allows us to continue sharing our travel experiences with you.
It's a generous favor that means the world to us.
Thank you so much for listening to Kerouacs Cruising.
Until next time, happy travels.